and it's about the big cap technology stocks. In the 2017 annual meeting, you said, Warren, you really don't need any money to run these companies, and referred to them as ideal businesses, referring to the big tech companies, Apple, Alphabet, Microsoft, and Amazon. With all of those companies now announcing massive capital investment endeavors and around AI ambitions, have you rethought the above comment, just in terms of them being asset light and what you think of them as a result?
Well, it's always better to make a lot of money without putting up anything than it is to make a lot of money by putting up a lot of money. Coca-Cola, the finished product, which has gone through bottling companies and everything, that takes a lot of capital. But in terms of the selling the syrup or the concentrate that goes to it, it doesn't take a lot of capital. So if you're in the bottling business, it costs real money. You have real trucks out there, and you have all kinds of machinery, and you have capital expenditures coming up. Well, it'll be interesting to see how much capital intensity. There's more capital intensity going on with the Magnificent Seven than there was a few years ago. I mean, basically, Apple has not really needed any capital over the years, and it's repurchased shares that a dramatic amount of reduction. Whether that world is the same in the future or not is something. Hollywood's answer was always to get their money from other people to put up the capital. A lot of people have gotten very rich in the country by essentially figuring out how to get others to put up the capital. And that's what people do in the money management business, and they get very, very rich because they get an override on other people's capital. And incidentally, if all of you were paying 1% for investment management fees at Berkshire last year, you would have paid $8 billion for managing. And investment management is a very good game because other people put up the capital and you charge them for the capital, whether they do well or not, and then you charge them a lot more if they do well. I mean, it's a well-designed business for the people who practice it. And who can blame them? I mean, that is capitalism. Originally, with the Rockefellers and Kennedy and Carnegie's and all that, they actually put up money to build steel mill, or whatever it may have been, with Rockefeller refineries and pipelines and all that sort of thing. They put up money to do it. Now the trick is to use other people's money, basically, and you can't blame human beings for behaving like humans, but you should be aware of what their motivations are. Capitalism in the United States has succeeded like nothing you've ever seen, but what it is a combination of this magnificent cathedral, which has produced an economy like nothing the world's ever seen, and then it's got this massive casino attached. So you've got the cathedral and the casino, and in the casino, everybody's having a good time, and there's lots of money changing hands and everything, but the cathedral is what, you got to make sure the cathedral gets fed too, because the temptation, and the temptation's very high now, is to go over to the casino where people say, we've got magic boxes and all kinds of things that'll do wonderful things for you, and that's where people are happiest. That's where you get the most promised to you. That's where the most money is for the people that are pushing things. And the balance between the casino and the cathedral it's very important that the United States in the next 100 years make sure that the cathedral is not overtaken by the casino, because people really like to go to casinos. And it's just so much more fun, and they ring bells, and when you win, and they bring you drinks and everything else, and It's designed to move money from one pocket to another. And in the cathedral, they basically are designing things that will be producing goods and services for 300 and some million people, like it's never been done before in history. It's an interesting system we developed, but it's worked. It dispenses rewards in what seems like a terribly capricious manner. I mean, the idea that people get what they deserve in life, and it's hard to make that argument. But if you argue with it, any other system where it seems to work better, the answer is we haven't found one. So I'll leave it to the next generation to send me the answer and by Ouija board or whatever. That works.